back. This is the next step right here. This is the next day. We let this shit set for 24 hours. We let the whole, the yeast die in it. Next thing we do is we put in the yeast. The yeast we let die was the wild yeast or whatever. This is the real yeast. This right here is EC118. Made in Canada. I don't know what the hell that means. And we also got our yeast nutrient we're going to put 5 tablespoons in. So, let's get the top off. Alright. Now I'm going to use this camera and give you guys a look at what this looks like. Whew! It is stinking. Alright, there we go. You got a little bit of I don't know what the hell you call that. It looks like grease. Stir it around a little bit. Alright, now. Definitely want to get this good stir right there. Alright. Damn it. Keeps getting caught around the... Alright. Put this down. Now, the yeast. We're going to put in the whole pack. Now, you can do yeast starters where you put it in water, warm water, and you let it start to grow and stuff. We were told we don't need to do that, so we're not going to do that. So let's open this up. We'll give it a little sprinkle in. Oh. There we go. It's all sitting on top. That'll get the view for you. Whoa, almost dropped this in the damn wine. So look at that, yeast. I can already smell yeast. All right, so next up, let's get this going. We need 5 tablespoons of our yeast nutrient. This is going to give us, teaspoons, 5 teaspoons. This is going to give us our yeast all the nutrients it needs to grow up big and strong. Make this into really strong alcohol. This is going to get us restraining orders, possible drunk driving charges, and who knows what else. 1. Let's go. We're going for 5. 1 for each gallon. We're doing 5 gallons, as you can see. 2. Here we go. Here we go. 3. This is going to be the fuel right here for this yeast. 4. 1 more. We got a big clump in here. Alright, 1 more, and then we're going to stir this, and we are ready to go. Well, we're ready to wait. Now, if anybody has good wine recipes or something, put it down in the damn comments. Alright, 5, right there. We add her up. We got our yeast in. Now, let me stir this. I'll give you guys a look. Man, look at that. Doesn't even really look like it changed. But it did change, because right there we put the active ingredient that's going to turn all this mush, these raisins in here, these berries, into wine that you probably can't sell because it's illegal. So I'm not saying to do that. Anyways, so there we go. Give it a little stir. Now, you want to keep cleaning your spoon in between this. Now, the next steps are very crucial. Well, the next step is put the damn top on so no weird shit gets in there, right? Make sure it's on real good. Now, we're not putting a airlock on this because I don't think we need to. But we got a piece of tape over the hole where the airlock's supposed to be. So anyways, all right, so next up, I don't have my notes here. Oh yeah, no, I don't know. Oh yeah, we are gonna let this set. And we're gonna watch it every day. We're gonna stir it every single day. And we're gonna use our little hydrometer. And we're going to put that in there and do readings. I'll come back with videos of that tomorrow, maybe the next day. We'll see. But we're going to do that until it gets up to, I think, 1,030 or something. And that's whenever you rack it into your carboy. So that was for today. I'm going to go enjoy the beautiful day. Set this to the side. Let it do its thing. That's the best thing about wine. You just do all the bullshit. Let it sit there. And it turns into the shit by itself. You don't have to do anything else. So we're going to do that. See you guys on the flip side.
Good, Jim Bob.
All right. Now, what we're going to do, it's been a couple days. This has been stirred and all that stuff for 5 days about. We're going to open her up.
Careful, careful.
Woo, look at that. I didn't see it like that. Now, one thing I'm thinking is, do we clean this thing?
It probably should be clean.
We'll stop that. We'll come right back. We gotta clean this thing.
Alright.
Alright, it's clean. Now, what we're gonna do is, as you can see, you might not be able to see, on these, there's a beer. The red is wine.
Well, we're out of focus here.
Oh, well, it's going to be hard to see, but on these up here, the red is wine. So we want to get this. We want to make sure this is at 130. Look at this thing bubbling and up. That yeast is in full effect, doing its thing. All right, so now I'm going to move this to the side. Now we're just going to want to give this a little dunkaroo in. Make sure there's nothing down there stopping it. And see where it goes to. All right, now I can see where that is. All right, it's right at the. Hold on here. I don't know how to read this. I'm just trying my best here. So I'd say it's about at that 20. Yeah, it's about at the 20. So now I need to figure out what that means. Oh yeah, okay. So.
I don't know. I don't know why you're looking at me.
I don't know what's happening.
Alright, well, let's figure it out. Then we can come back with some more information.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Alright.
All right, now we did a little bit of research, aka watch another person's YouTube video. We should link that.
That knows a lot more than we do.
Knows a lot more. Showed us how this works. Now,
Here, let's get her close up
yeah,
there.
it's so hard to see, and I don't know where. So we're at 20 right now. We need to be at 30. And then when 30 comes, which will take a couple days, then we're going to rack this out of here into a glass carboy, and we'll be back. That'll be the next thing you see. So yeah, so you just got to keep measuring this. You got to keep giving it a little stir, give it a little poke around. Just make sure all that's going. Look at that yeast just doing its thingy thing.
Now, that's a muslin bag in there. We put all the berries in there so we didn't have to worry about cleaning it or siphoning that shit up later.
Exactly, which I think was a very, very smart idea. A lot less trouble, a lot less headaches.
All right.
Woo, that stuff's smelling like it's going there already.
All right. Well, let's give it another day and then we'll go from there.
We'll be back.
All right. All right. Now, we had some issues here. It appears that either A, we got a bad batch of yeast, or B, we put the yeast in too soon after the first round of Kingdom tablets, and it wasn't all the way through it, and it killed the yeast. We had a little bit of fermentation, but not too long, not too much, and it died out pretty quick. So we're going to do another batch here. This is Lavalin EC 1118 yeast. This is the most common type for wine making. So got us some boiled water in a sterile glass here, and we're going to just pour this in here, cover it, let it sit for 15 minutes, let it do its thing, and hopefully we'll get the shit right this time. So Jim Bob, you want to put the camera on there? We're going to time lapse this. It should be already set. Is it good?
Good to go.
All right, let's time lapse it. Take this lid off right here. How long has it been since we taken this lid off last?
Oh, it's been.
How long? When did we start this? Do you know what the date was?
We're gonna have to put.
It's been a while.
We should be writing dates. We will put the date up here somewhere.
So we don't know what this is gonna look like, what it's gonna smell like.
Oh man. Yeah, this could be rotten. We don't know. Best thing to do, get that stir.
Honestly, it smells like wine.
When you stir it, that'll.
Is this clean?
Yeah, yeah.
Clean-ish.
Now, we're using this thing, as you guys might have seen, and it was giving us the opposite readings. It was going the wrong way.
Oh, damn bag.
Yeah, it does smell like wine. It doesn't smell bad. This was sitting for maybe, I think, 2 weeks rather than 1 week.
Yeah, it's been sitting for a minute.
So it does smell better.
It smells like wine.
So we're going to hydrodrometer it again and see if that changes.
Hydrodramatize.
Now remember, give it a little spinner.
You ready?
Yep. Like a top. You spin your dreidel. Alright, we're going to see here. It seems to be at the same place it was.
Yeah, it's sitting right at the top of the red there, which is not where it should be sitting.
Wait, let's give it a super spin. Even if it's sitting on something down under there.
Let me get rid of this thing. This bag here.
You'd think. Alright, we're going to give it a super spin. Doesn't seem, yeah, it's staying around in that same area.
Same area.
So what we're thinking is our yeast went bad. I think it's safe to say right there's a little
likely guess.
cleaning part. Now, so
we're going to take this new yeast right here, and we're going to pour this shit in.
Alright, I'm going to get a good shot here.
Hopefully this works. You ready?
Yep. Oh, get that good stuff from the bottom. Oh, yeah.
There's our yeast.
Alright, now stir up really good.
I'm working on it. Give me a minute.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that's next step. Oh, yeah, it does smell better. We were worried that it was going to be rotten. I do smell that yeast. So the yeast is definitely in full effect. So now I think we're going to give this a week, like you're supposed to. And if the yeast works right, then we'll be back in a week.
See what happens.
And we'll be transferring it. Hopefully that works.
All right.
If not, we should find Mike and pour this all over them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Stain them.
All right, we'll see you in a week.
All right.
All right, now this is 2 days after putting a new batch of yeast in, so we're going to look and make sure that it's fermenting. Let's see what we got here. Now, it should be a bubbling crude in there. Should be, that is. Oh, this damn barrel's hard to get off. There we go. And we have no bubbling action. It smells alright. Give it a little stir and see if we kick anything up. Well, I don't see anything that looks like fermentation. We got some bubbles. That's a bag of goodies. I still don't see anything that looks like bubbling fermentation. Hell, I don't know. Just goes to show that maybe whiskey drinkers don't know too much about wine. Maybe we should just stick to whiskey. Oh well. After 2 days, it should have been doing something, I would think. Maybe we should put an airlock on it. See what that does. Yeah. It's dark in there. Alright, you want to hold this? It smells good.
It does.
It does smell good.
Smelling better and better.
The bag is down in there. There's the bag. Let's see if we can't. There's the top.
Now this right here is like dye. So you can see he's wearing the gloves. Whew. Look at that juice. Now there's raisins in there, as you recall, and elderberries.
Elderberries. So we're just going to have to let this hang for a minute so that all that water can go back in there. There's a lot of water in that juice. Or in them berries.
Now another technique you could use is finding a strainer that fits on that bucket. putting it over there, setting it on top, and then you can go smoke cigarettes or something, play Nintendo.
Like Call of Duty.
Yep. But, you know, Clint's working on his muscles for this big movie we're doing, so.
Dripping all the water out of the airlock by holding it.
Oh, yeah. A little splashy splash up on the side. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, jeez.
I don't think we need to get all the water out of this.
Nah.
I got it pretty.
Man, what are we going to do with that? You could use that for compost.
Well,
You could throw it at people out your car window.
I'm planning on spreading it out, letting them dry out.
With the birds eating.
Throwing them in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
See if they
Plant
grow
some
natural.
more. Plant some new elderberries. See, that you can recycle. And that looks like mud coming out of there. Man, this stuff is going to be potent. As long as we can get the fermentation going. It's like squeezing the water out of a stone, right?
Pretty much.
Soup out of a stone or whatever.
Alright, I think that's probably about good. Alright. Stir it up here. Now, we do know that we're going to have to add some water to this because it's a little down.
Yeah.
Well, Jim Bob is not the most technically advanced human on the planet. Now, what had happened was this was bubbling slightly. This is the airlock. I call it the bubbler. It was bubbling slightly. About one bubble every 30 seconds, I'd say. Maybe 45 seconds. Now, what that means is there's gas building up inside of here from the fermentation process. So the gas is being forced up through the bubbler, creating the bubbles. And it's giving it a way to escape without anything getting down in there. So what we had to do was had to pop the top off, take this bag here out, which this bag is the all the berries and all that good shit. So now we just gotta let it sit for a minute so the sediment sits at the bottom, so whenever we rack it into the glass carboy, we don't get all that shit in there we don't need. Let's get to it.
All right, we're back. It's been a couple days since the last video where I put this thing on and
The
Yeah.
bubbler.
So, oh yeah, and then we were already outside.
Yeah, so we already took the stuff out of it.
Yeah, we let it settle for a while because we want all that bad stuff to settle on the bottom that might be in there.
Which there shouldn't be much. The only sediment that should be on the bottom would be the yeast itself.
True, or maybe little goo that made it out of the bag, but that's what the bag was for.
And that's what the flavor's at.
That's true, flavor saver.
All right, well let's do.
First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna film with this, and we're gonna do a reading with our hydrometer just to see if it changed. Because Clint had the good idea, maybe our hydrometer wasn't reading properly because it was full.
Because all the berries.
Yeah, and the what's it called? The weight distribution.
No, the water volume.
Water volume might have messed up the whole water volume. So
Mixed with the tetrahydrozoline. Oh wait, no, that's a different movie.
if you guys know what that is, you guys are cool.
Put it in the comments.
Exactly.
All right, let's pop top.
All right, pop top.
Oh, look at that! Look at that goodness in there.
All right, so
I can see your reflection.
let's give it a little spin here.
All right, what do we got here?
It
Well,
always looks like it's going to be good, and then it goes. See, now the red's below. It's above the red now.
it's not taking focus.
No,
There we go.
it is not above the red, which means we don't know. If anybody can please help us, we don't know.
Because above the red means that it's getting. Above the red means. Or wait, if the red was out like this, it's probably about where it should be,
Yeah, exactly.
and it's not.
Yeah, it's actually going the opposite way because before it was right below the red.
Yeah, so we don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on.
But we're gonna rack it, and then probably put some more yeast in it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Two things. We're gonna rack it and then put some more yeast in it.
Yeah, because before what had happened was outside, which I fucked up the camera angles and shit.
Yeah.
It was bubbling a little bit, so we might have had some fermentation.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like much.
It doesn't look like anything's going on.
We're gonna rack it in the glass carboy, and that one there.
Exactly.
Turn that damn thing.
Yeah, we don't need that anymore. All right, so
And then at least that way we'll have an idea what the hell's going on.
And also,
We'll go see.
we got these wood
Secret
picks.
ingredient
You
here.
want to explain what that is?
This here is a carboy product. This is wine sticks is what it's called. This is the dark one. This is properly seasoned and available in 4 toast levels. Don't know what the hell that means. This is Northern American oak. This should give it a little bit of a chocolate flavor.
We're hoping.
Chocolate oak barrel flavoring. So we're gonna put one of these in there. They're pretty cool. They come with a hole already drilled in, so you can put a straw or a string in there. Put it in me, and just drop it right down in there. Or they're actually made so they fit the neck pretty good. So you just drop it down in there. It's not a big deal to get them out later.
There you go. Now,
there's $10 for 2 of them. We're only gonna put one in.
For anybody watching, we don't want too much oak taste. For anybody watching this for informational reasons, I don't know why the hell.
Find a different channel to watch.
Exactly. Stop watching. Well, keep watching. But
We've made beer in the past. We've had very good success with it.
Exactly. But
Wine is a whole different thing.
I'm going to show you guys what this thing does. All right.
Oh, that's a siphon pump thing.
So this right here, if you can siphon gas, not a problem. You can siphon this. You just don't have to suck or anything like gas. This thing you pump. Actually, this would probably be good if we could figure a way to get this in the gas tank. We can siphon people's gas.
Start selling gas. Not bad idea.
So on the bottom here, you got a little cap. Now, what's that cap for? That cap is to keep the sediment from going up in there. You kind of want to keep that on.
Do we want to bake up the end of this so it's on a bit of an angle?
Not yet. Probably near the end.
Okay.
Now, here's the concept of what we got going on here. There's a decent amount of bullshit most likely on the bottom. So when we stick this thing in, we
shouldn't be too bad.
We want to keep it as high as we possibly can, and kind of go down with it as it goes, but never touch the bottom.
No.
You're gonna get all that bullshit.
And you'll clog up the tip.
Yep.
And a clogged tip is not good.
Never good.
Never good.
So another thing you can do is if there's more sediment within this, because we might have to add more yeast, we're not sure what's going on, then we'll rack it again into another carboy, and it'll be another way of cleaning it. All right, so we ready for this?
Wait, I want to get it going in there.
All right, actually, I'm going to put this top on right here so we just don't get any diseases in there. Right.
And action, Jimbo.
All right, now this takes a little pump, and you can see it work. It's starting to work.
Prime it up. Oh, there's.
That's how you prime it, rather than sucking it.
Ooh, that was a wet burp.
Oh man. So it's looking pretty cool. Looks like wine.
Don't look too bad.
Now I'm going to focus on my job. I do not want this at the bottom. We'll hit sediment, and that's not going to be good. So that takes a little bit, but it's worth the time. So as soon as this gets out of there, we're going to add this thing to the top of it, put some water in there.
The airlock.
Water bottle, the airlock. And hopefully it works. We'll maybe let it sit for a couple days, and we'll see if it's doing anything. If not, then we might have to add more yeast. We'll check it out. Now, I've made wine using a condom and grape juice, and it would have got you effed up. So,
But it tastes like shit.
But it tastes like shit. So, I mean, this stuff might taste like shit, but it'll get us effed up.
Now this here is a specialized whiskey drinker's patent pending wine jug proper upper.
Now, if we see any of you out there
Yeah.
using these,
We will sue you.
people rip us off all the time. It's
Yeah. So you want to tilt that a little bit?
yeah. Actually, tilt it this way.
That way? A little more?
Just want to be easy because you don't want that sediment.
Nope, no sediment. Looks good then. It looks nice and dark.
Oh, yeah. Indians used to use this for paints and,
Yeah.
and tattoos for their tattoo guns. Tattoo.
Yeah, they didn't have tattoo guns.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Oh,
Indians.
I meant the Hawaiians. That's what.
Hawaiians didn't have tattoo guns.
That's where Ed Hardy came from. He
No, they used
started tattooing.
Yeah, it was a needle and a hammer.
Yeah.
It was actually.
Yeah, Ed Hardy went over there and taught him all how to tattoo. Ed Hardy invented tattooing, guys. Jeez. You never heard that?
Originally, it was 2 pieces of bone. There was a bone, like a shoulder, like a joint bone,
Yeah.
with a hammer in. That's like a bone.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
No.
They pound them
And
in.
then the other bone was sharpened to a point.
Yeah, but that's not real tattoo. I'm talking about real
That
tattoo.
is real. Okay.
Ed Hardy met, what's his name? Sailor Rick or something? And then they all...
Sailor Joe.
Sailor Johnny.
Joe.
Sailor
Joe.
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 It's not Sailor Joe.
Sailor Joe.
Oh, whatever. He met some sailor guy and they learned to tattoo together. I always thought Ed Hardy just made douchebag t-shirts.
Now, wouldn't you want the thing to be on that end? Because all the sediment would run to the bottom? I got a message.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hope it's not freaking Steven Spielberg, man. That guy.
Pain in the ass,
He's
isn't it?
getting hold of you all the time. I mean, he's a big time guy, but jeez, he doesn't laugh. There's two guys, you know. I mean, you told him 5 times you don't want to play Marty McFly in the Back to the Future remake because they shouldn't even be remaking it.
No.
He just keeps getting a hold of you. You would make the best Marty McFly.
I don't know if I would. Looks like we're going to get probably 99.9% of the liquid out of it.
Oh, probably. And when he's first off using the dried up berries, first of all, I didn't know that was an actual thing that people do that. But the juice you get out of that from letting them sit and
Oh, yeah.
rehydrate, it's worth it.
And we've definitely let this sit a lot longer than you're supposed to.
Yes, we did, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing.
There's a little bit of gunk down there, not much.
We're gonna let the wine gods decide that for us. It kind of looks like sludge because it got stirred up. But look, that's really not much, right?
No, really.
That's really a lot of sludge in there, more than anything.
Yeah, but it's not bad compared to what it would be if we would have used the
Oh,
bag.
definitely. But you think that's good right there? We're probably good. If you get any more, it's just going to be sediment. This kind of breaks right there. You lose a little tiny bit, but we didn't lose a lot. We'll be good to go. Ugh. Man, this stuff, you want to piss off your neighbor, throw it on their clothes or something when they come out with the metal or something, throw it on something.
So we can set that out there.
Use this for a
Take it
practical
in the
joke.
yard, toss it. Just set that in there for
Yeah, run some water through that thing. Alright. So, actually, all this stuff was cleaned prior to this. There's our, what's that called? Bung hole.
Boom.
And then we need water, which,
You want to put more water in there?
is there a water bottle?
No, I can get one there.
There was one. There's one over here.
Oh, we didn't taste
this. Oh,
We should taste it.
shit. We need like a little
Shot glass.
base. We need something to get it out.
Like
It's another thing is cinnamon.
a straw.
I don't want to taste this.
Brand new straw.
All right. Just do the little finger technique.
Yep.
There it is. Now keep in mind, I think there's a little bit of sediment that might have splashed into
Don't
there.
smell bad. I guess I'm tasting it.
Well, you take me out. Taste a little bit. Let's drink off the other side. So I'll get your kitties. Tastes like alcohol. It's starting to taste like wine. You think? It's got a really bitter taste on the out.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain
You
it.
got more than I did. It's definitely not there yet.
No, but I don't know how to explain it. It's it tastes like alcohol.
Yeah, it does taste like alcohol,
So why does it have an alcohol taste?
but it's not reading the alcohol. We're living, we're learning. Pour too much in here.
It doesn't have a vinegar taste like I thought it would.
Yeah, it definitely got rid of the vinegar taste. All right, so we got this. Like I said, we'll let this thing sit for a couple days, and if this thing starts moving, then we got some action in there. If it doesn't, then it's time to throw in some yeast.
To get down any further, or is that where it goes?
That's pretty much.
Okay, I know.
Yeah, it's sealed it up.
Well,
There she is. There's the wine.
we'll check back in a couple days and see what we got going on.
Yep.
It's probably not gonna ferment anymore because all the yeast is in the bottom of that bucket.
No, there's yeast within it. I think the dead yeast falls at the bottom.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I'm making all that up. I'm just, you know,
All right.
We don't know what we're doing.
We'll see you later. Well, we were awfully nervous.
Yeah.
Because we skipped a big step in the beginning that we should have done. We should have used the hydrometer. I call it a hydrometer. It just sounds cooler.
Yeah.
But we were using it kind of wrong.
Yeah.
Well, we were reading it wrong.
We're using it the opposite way. Yeah.
In the beginning, the water level should have sat about here somewhere.
Which we didn't read it in the beginning, so we didn't see.
Yeah. So whenever we put it in, at the time we were supposed to put it in, it was floating. The water level was around here. So this was actually sinking, and we're thinking that we were having basically water with no alcohol.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is we were wrong, because when this sinks, that means you have more alcohol.
Exactly. So still a bit confusing, but we think we got it. And the professional told us we're doing what we should do. And at this point, you know, so meanwhile, we're worried this whole video, as you guys noticed. Now we're pretty happy. We don't got too much longer on this. It's going to clarify and do all this shit.
That camera isn't picking it. It's blurry as shit.
It might be the lighting, too.
Yeah, we'll just put a picture up. Fuck that thing.
Yeah. So just make sure, you know, as your alcohol goes up.
Or as the, yeah. As this, let's start with this. Fuck the alcohol. If this is your water level, and you put it in the beginning, it should be sitting around here somewhere with your
Sugar.
Yeah, your sugars and your berries and all that shit. Or whatever you're doing, grapes and whatnot. As it gets more alcohol, this should actually sink in the water more like that.
Yep.
Should. Theoretically, that's what we were told.
And ours is above this red, so...
So that means we actually have quite a bit of alcohol in there.
Yeah.
So it should mellow out pretty good. The guy said, we're reading about 1.000, roughly.
Wait, we're above the red.
Yeah, so we're actually, what would that be then? 1.0...
I don't know, fractions.
982... 1.005 maybe?
What do we want to get?
Something like that. We want to get to 1.09.
Oh, wow, we're almost there.
think. I have no fucking idea what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I just know that this red is right where we wanted it to be. That's where it's at, so fuck it.
See what we're doing. Damn it. Alright, we almost forgot.
Yeah, you gotta put a wood in there.
Gotta put one wood inside of there. Give it an oak taste.
This is for the oak chocolatey stuff.
Smell good?
It smells like
We
wood.
smell it. Oh yeah, it's weird. It only smells like wood.
All right,
That is going to smell
ready?
different. Yep. Blop. Whoa, look at that.
So there's so much floating there.
And I bet you that's going to maybe sink once it gets completely saturated. Put that over there. I don't think it has to go the whole way down, but...
Yeah, it's enough. It's sealed.
Alright, so we already saw a couple bubbles on here.
Which is a good thing.
We got the okay that we're doing the right thing. So, we'll be back.